It is about that time, election season. So, today I wanted to talk about some of the barriers that affect disabled people when it comes to voting in local and national elections. Restrictive legislation, as well as inaccessible voting facilities, such as those facilities that don't include ramps, provide barriers for disabled individuals trying to cast their votes. The U.S. Election Assistance Commission reported that 1 in 7 individuals with disabilities had issues casting their votes in the 2022 midterm elections. The likelihood of encountering difficulties while voting was 20% for disabled voters versus 6% for non disabled voters. Lately, states have been proposing and enacting anti voter laws and bills. They limit accessibility to voting methods such as mail in voting, curbside voting, and early voting. Before the 2024 election, 14 states enacted over a dozen restrictive voting laws, including criminalizing absentee ballot assistance and narrowing access to vote by mail. Organizations such as the Campaign Legal Center have advocated for fair voting practices. One case, representing the League of Women Voters, involved Carmelita Palmer. She was diagnosed with a neurological condition that causes hand tremors. This lawsuit stopped the state of New York from using an unreliable signature match process to reject voters' ballots, since it had a disproportionate effect on voters who had mobility issues. As a result of this case, the mail in ballot rejection rate dropped from 14% to 4% in the 2020 general election. In April 2024, the Campaign Legal Center also partnered with other voting rights groups to sue for an anti voting law that penalized assisting voters in obtaining an absentee ballot. The interests and needs of people with disabilities is already understated when it comes to passing legislation. Voting practices need to be accessible and inclusive, accommodating people with a variety of disabilities and conditions.